Hey there, this is Rachel from School Psych Podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to use Google Forms to inform evaluations or to type evaluations faster. I'm going to assume that you've already watched the video on Google Forms and goal monitoring where I go through a little bit about just the basics of Google Forms. But so here I am on my Google Forms screen. These are just basically a variety of forms that I've created to get information from teachers to help me either plan where I'm going to go with my evaluation or to get data from the teacher to cut and paste directly into my evaluation. So I've got, social developmental forms, I've got ED forms, I've got just general classroom performance forms. I've got all these located in a link on the Google Drive as well as in hopefully the description section of the YouTube under this video. So you can download them directly and tweak them as I'm going to show you, or you can make your own. But I'm going to start by showing you the, this is an autism form that I use when I'm doing an autism evaluation. And again, this might help me to figure out what specific rating scales and what I'm looking for when I'm doing observations, or I might be, oftentimes I'm cutting and pasting it right in. But this is, this might look a little bit different than the last video because this was made earlier with, before Google kind of switched over to a new version. But it's essentially the same functions. Keys might be in a little bit of slightly different areas on the screen, but I'll walk you through it. So you can download, again, this template that I've made directly to your Google account and then tweak it. As I showed in the last video, things can be moved around and edited and changed. So if you don't like the items that I have, you can make changes to that. But so this autism screener breaks autism down into 3 different areas. I've got sensory functioning, I'm looking at repetitive restrictive behaviors, and then communication and socialization 4, I guess. And so I've just basically got checkboxes on the behaviors that the student might be exhibiting. And then I've also got boxes where I'm asking for further information in each of those areas. I'm going to come up to here to view live form. This is what the teacher is going to see when you're sending out the link. You can, again, tweak this and make it pretty with different colors and things like that. But that's going to be the live form. If you're sending the form, there's your link. You can cut and paste it, put it in an email, say, hey teacher, please fill this out. It's going to help me with my evaluation. So if we go back to our live form, I'm going to fill one out just to give you an idea. So let's say student is doing all these things here, and then Johnny covers his ears during fire drills, for example. And I'm filling out and just checking a couple different things. All right, and I'm going to submit my form. So there. Going back now to, I can go to view responses here. This will bring up my Google Sheet with the responses. So timestamp, I didn't fill it out completely, so we're missing some things. But you can basically click here, and I've set it up. It's got commas, so you can click and cut and paste this. And so what I might do, well, first off, again, I can just eyeball this and say, oh, we've got a lot of sensory issues, and they seem to be happening in the cafeteria. That's where I'm going to do some of my observations. But let's say I'm cutting and pasting this, and I might have in my report, I might have a template or something that says, on an autism screener, the following sensory related items were indicated, and then just colon, and I might cut and paste it. I would, of course, make sure that my fonts are the same. And then, so list that out, and then I might go back to my Google Sheet here. And this is a statement where a teacher typed in, Johnny covers his ears during fire drills. I might cut and paste that directly into here. And then regarding communication, the following was indicated, and then cut and paste that in. So my little template for like that would have, regarding communication, XXXX, and then when I'm coming into my template, I'm just cutting and pasting it directly in there. And so you'll get a lot of good information just very quickly. You don't have to type all that out. It still goes in the report, just kind of listed out. Pretty basic, but again, it's a way to get a lot of information pretty quickly and without a lot of typing on your end. So the teacher's just clicking the box boxes and it's coming right to you, and you can do what you want with the data. So every little bit helps. So I'm trying to think what else might be good to show, but that's pretty, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I can go back and show quickly maybe another. I've got motivation assessment scale. I've got just general input forms. I don't think anything else is really worth showing, but you can, again, I'm going to list the links so you can go and browse the templates, make your own, share your own. Let's all work together. Sounds good to me. Thanks for watching.